Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Megan.
I'm Grandpa.
I'm Lauren. And this is Callie.
I'm Aunt Becky.
And we're some of the Veggie boys.
And girls.
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. Right now we're working on finishing up morning chores. Just got done feeding the animals and looking them over. I like to take a few minutes every other day and just look at some of the animals a little bit more, just to make sure everybody is healthy. I think that saves you a lot of headaches later on if you catch stuff early. Now Daniel just took the loader tractor. We need a few extra round bales from out in the field, so he is going to pick them up. And I haven't seen Dad yet this morning. He's been at the wholesaler, but I see his truck here, so we're gonna go in and check on him. The oranges must be good. Dad went a little crazy. He got 3 boxes of oranges. They taste pretty good. I've been eating them for breakfast. Matt, what's the big problem this morning?
My wife went to visit her parents in Florida for 2 days. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might have to get a cat.
Dad just got back from the wholesaler. Everything goes smoothly at the wholesaler this morning?
Yes, everything is great. It's just a great day. I'm so excited to be here.
Dad said the wholesaler was running a little bit slow, but he won't say it. I will. Sometimes there's things that happen, but what are you gonna do? Do you know what you're doing here?
I put stickers on the radishes.
What a wonderful job. Now what are you doing? You're supposed to wait until the round bale is in there, not start eating it out here. Rosie, what are you doing? You gotta wait till we put it into the feeder. These cattle, they don't like to wait. You scared them away. We got plenty of hay to all of the cattle, and all of them are enjoying it. We go through quite a few round bales throughout the year. We have the pastured cattle, they have their hay. These cattle right here have their hay, and everybody's enjoying it. They attacked it immediately. Now, while Daniel was dumping the last round bale and we had a little bit of a problem, the skid steer loader can tilt forward and backward, but it won't lift up or down. We think it's something with the foot controls. So Daniel's gonna work on this and he's gonna see if he can find out what the problem. There's a little metal plate that sits right where your feet are. So Daniel has to pull that metal plate up and see if he can find out what the problem is. We're hoping it just disconnected, but those can break. We're taking the time to empty out some of our baskets of eggs. We're gonna actually be grinding some horseradish today. So we're moving straight from the eggs into horseradish. It's getting to the time of the year when horseradish is very, very popular. So we just got our table sanitized and cleaned off. And we also just got our horseradish washed. We have some large roots here. Now, we do not raise horseradish. We get all of this in. There was a time where we tried to raise horseradish. We were not good at it. We had trouble with it. So anyway, we don't do that anymore. This stuff, pretty spicy though. We've got Dad and Daniel, they are working on peeling off the horseradish. And then it comes over to Matt and I, and we are cubing it up because our grinder would get clogged if these pieces were too big. And we have a pretty strong grinder. And you only clog the grinder once because you have to take that thing apart. It makes you want to cry.
Well, if we are wise.
I just almost cut myself.
Stop fiddling with that.
Well, I'm trying to get all the brown part.
Yeah, until you cut yourself and then...
That was close. My
We
wife,
gotta-
my wife would not have been happy.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be happy.
Send her to Florida, and the next thing I do is I cut myself with horseradish. She'd have been on the first plane back.
And then it would have got to cancel.
And I'd have had to hide.
Yeah, and then the flight would have got canceled again. This stuff is very fibrous, so it easily clogs up the grinder.
Is the grinder down here or is it upstairs?
I think it's upstairs.
Who's doing upstairs?
What do you want to sort this by? Like how much? I guess if we're going upstairs, we're gonna weigh it. Huh?
A third and 2/3.
Okay.
We just got all of the radish cut up. Matthew is taking it upstairs. We're gonna get the grinder all set up, and we're gonna try and get it ground before lunch. So tell them what you have to do with the horseradish before we grind it.
So I just have to separate it into 2 piles because we make white horseradish and we make red horseradish. And so I'm going to just weigh it out and get 1/3 for red horseradish and keep 2/3 for white horseradish.
So this bag is really important. For those of you that have seen us grind horseradish in the past, you know why we use it. But there is a lot of vapor that comes off from grinding this stuff, and it is very potent, very strong. So we take the bag, we put it over here, and we rubber band it fast so that all the vapor doesn't come out and hit us, and then we don't have to cry, because this will make us cry.
I was about to let loose a litany of large words.
You can eat the horseradish all by itself. We add the vinegar in there to help preserve it, and the stuff is pretty spicy. Oh, don't you dare, don't, stop! That is the white horseradish all complete, now it's ready for sale. Matthew is grinding the last of the horseradish that we have so that we can mix it with some red beets and make our red horseradish. For lunch today, we got like a whole bunch of leftovers. We got ham salad. What is this called? What? This?
Ham salad.
Ham salad sandwiches. We got some Caesar chicken wraps here. We got little pizzas. There's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. We just got finished with lunch. Now the boys are gonna be doing a few different jobs this afternoon. We found out what was wrong with our skid steer loader. There was a little tiny pin that broke. So Daniel is going to pick up that pin. He also is going to pick up a fertilizer spreader because we need to start spreading fertilizer. Never mind, scratch that. We're gonna get the fertilizer spreader on Monday because Matt needs the truck. Matthew is going to pick up some mulch. You know, the mulch that we lay out in the fields when we do planting. Matthew is going to pick up that mulch. And the place Matt is going is like 2 hours away. So he's gonna be busy all afternoon. And then Dad and I, we have to do some planting this afternoon. Well, transplanting. We're gonna be transplanting lettuce from our plug trays into our 806 cells. We are now down into greenhouse number 6. This is the lettuce we're going to be transplanting. It's starting to get really nice size to it. We have a little bit more over here. We're doing a few leaf lettuces. So what we're going to be transplanting here is lettuce. Now what we have to be very careful about, you can see right here the lettuce is just seeded into an open tray. And that's an easy way to seed lettuce, but you have to be very careful with the roots because you can see they all grow together. So you have to be very, very careful when you're taking them apart that you don't destroy them. So we don't like to disturb roots, but when we seed them in an open tray, there's nothing you can really do about it. And it helps contribute to better growth by getting everything broken up. So that's what we're going to be working on. So this right here is my Uncle Tom. You've never really seen Uncle Tom. He lives up in New York, but this is Uncle Tom. And then look who came down to work today. We have Callie. She was pulling lettuce out of the tray for me. Kind of too aggressively, but we'll let her do it. It was her first time. We won't judge her first time. But I just wanted to update you on what we've been planting. We are working on a butterhead lettuce, so we are trying to keep going right through. We're doing 5 trays of each type of lettuce. It's going well. We got 2 varieties of lettuce finished. Now we're moving on to our 3rd and final variety. And you would never believe who showed up into the greenhouse. Joel! Look, Lefty is here, having a wonderful time. How you doing today?
I'm doing well.
People have been asking me, where's Lefty? Where's Lefty? And I tell them, I don't know.
You know where Lefty is.
He's at home on the couch. No, I'm just kidding. He's working over in the stable.
Yeah, I wanted you to come up to visit me, Joel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, next time that you have a year, the motors, from the amount of force that. All you have to get is a little bit of sunshine. You don't need all.
Now this lettuce will be ready for sale in about 3 weeks. So give it 3 weeks, and this lettuce will be out of here, and we'll need to start seeding some more.
Slides into it. I was surprised how they handled the wind.
And that should do it for planting lettuce today. It's starting to get a little chilly, so we are getting out and we're gonna get that all closed up. And Daniel got home, by the way. He's over here working on the little roller pin that broke. Inside this piece here, there was a full-length roller pin and it had snapped. And we didn't know if it was gonna need special pins or what it was gonna take, but Daniel went to the local New Holland dealer and he got that all taken care of. All Daniel has to do is get that pin in place and everything back together, and the skid steer loader should work fine. How are the tomatoes?
They're growing.
I hear them. I hear them growing. Dad and Daniel are still down working on the skid steer loader, but I came up into the farm market because Megan was all by herself. She had no one here to watch the farm market with her, so we're hanging out. We've had a few customers. It hasn't been too busy, but within the next few weeks, it's really gonna start picking up around here. Why do you bring the cart to the back corner?
Because in the morning when you're feeding cows with the skid steer, then you gotta get out and move it. I'm lazy in the morning. I hate getting out of the skid steer.
Did you get everything taken care of?
I think so. Whatever Daniel tells me to do, I do. He's the boss, you know.
I thought Mom and Grammy were the boss.
They are when they're around, but do you see them? No.
I'm trying to be done for the day. I wanna go get my dinner. Can you hurry up?
Sorry, I was waiting for you to get the crates under the pallet. Oh, hey, I just wanted to say thank you for doing this on the last pallet.
It's this guy's problem. No, I know, and I know what you're thinking. Does this mean Lefty is coming back to work for us? Are you coming back to work for us?
What time is it?
No, it's 5.
No, month.
Oh.
What month? You know what month it is?
It's March.
It's March.
If you guys have not already, make sure you go over and subscribe to Joel's YouTube channel. What's it called?
Oh, it's called A Stable Life.
Thank you. This guy has been working with his horses. People always ask me, where's Joel? Where's Joel? Well, go and find out what he's up to. That's a lot easier than me telling you. Ooh, it's dark in here. Well, everyone, as you can see, no food on the table. There is a little cow and some stuff for Callie, but there's nothing on the table because it's date night. That means Lauren and I are getting from a local place, and that also means this is where we're gonna be ending the video. We'd like to thank everyone for watching, and we hope to see you next time. Bye-bye!